Hi everyone. In today's short talk, we will speak about flow filters, more specifically from summer 25 release. Juan Pablo Herrera will bring to us five flow filters that you must know, and it's coming with this new release. So welcome, Pablo.
Hey guys, it's great to be here again.
But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and activate the bell. We're gonna also release other videos regarding this summer 25 release. Good things coming, so it's important to be updated. So Pablo, I will let you start.
All right. So for today, let's dive into some of the most exciting updates to Salesforce Flow in the Summer 25 release. So let's take a look at a really useful improvement in flows, which is the ability to grab related records in a single step. So what changed? So in the past, if you needed both an account and its related contacts, you'd have to create one get records element to fetch the account, and then a second one to fetch the contacts. That meant a longer flows and more elements to manage. Now with the also get related records option, which is currently in beta, you can handle this all from one get records element. This feature is available in screen flows, auto launch flows, and template trigger prompt flows. So let's deep dive into how this looks like in the flow builder. So we'll start with a auto launch flow. So in the get records element, we're going to name this get records, get account records, and child contacts. We're going to look for the account object. So you're going to click on this option, which is also get related records, and check this right here. So you're going to see this little help text which says get records related to the records that are retrieved from the selected object. Go ahead and click on selected related records. So right here, you're going to see the object that you selected. We're going to click on this add sign. And then we're going to look for the contact object, which is of course related to the accounts. So you might as well from this object select the contact, you might as well select the fields that you want to get from the contacts object, such as email or full name. Of course, you can also get the fields from the main object that you just got. For instance, account type or account source. You can also go in the next level of relationship. So for an instance, in contacts, you can also look for opportunities. And you also have this option of going down through the relationship of each object that you just got from these elements. So let's go ahead and click on save. So one thing that I forgot to mention, if we go back into the edit related objects and fields, we can also filter, sort, and select how many records to store per object. So this is pretty handy. It comes in handy. Your flows will be less complex. You're going to have less elements. And of course, if you want to, let's say, use these records that you just got, let's say for an instance on a loop, what you want to do is, of course, go to the get records element that you already have, and then, of course, get the contacts that are already in the collection variable. So it's pretty simple, but it comes in pretty handy to reduce complexity on the flows that you're implementing. All right, so the next big feature that is coming in summer 25 release It's up until now, working with time-only values in flows was kind of a pain. So you'd often have to use full day time fields or do clunky workarounds like extracting the time from a string. It was not very fine and definitely not efficient. But now we finally have a native time type in Flow Builder, which means that we can store, use, and evaluate time values separately from dates. And you know what the best part is? This works across from all of your go-to Flow elements, like get, create, update, delete records, assignment, decisions, and even transform elements. So let's go ahead and see how this looks like in the Flow Builder. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new flow. Let's say we want an after save record trigger flow. So let's say you're building an automation for a restaurant or delivery business in which orders that are activated after 8:30 p.m. Should be automatically pushed to next day processing. So what do we want to do? Of course, first and foremost, go for the order object. Trigger the flow when a record is created or updated. Now we want to create a new resource, which will be a formula. We're going to name this order time. Data type should be time. The formula that we're going to, the function that we're going to look for is time value. And then we're going to look for the order activated date. So we just save the resource. And the next thing is we're going to use a decision element. Just so we make sure we understand that the order was activated after 8:30 p.m. And if the order was activated after 8:30 p.m., we would like to perform another kind of automation. So if the order was activated after clock time, which is after 8:30 p.m., we're going to look for the resource that we just created, which is the order time formula. And now we're going to have a specific value, specific time value right here, which we just can say, okay, if the order time is greater than 8:30 p.m., we would like to go down this path. So of course, this really comes in handy. We can now call specific time values in whichever decision, whichever automation we want to do. This goes down into a pretty granular level, into seconds and even milliseconds. So it's a great way for you to schedule different kind of automation, time-based automations. All right, so we're coming back to the slide. Next cool thing that's coming on Summer 25 release, it's now you can create a flow-based approval process directly from the approvals app without starting from the flow builder manually. So with just one click on create flow approval process, you'll be guided through a simple setup, which we're going to see right now. So how does this look like in practice? So just remember, guys, that Salesforce is pushing for the new flow approval functionality. They're not getting rid, but they're not enhancing the classic approval functionality. This is something that you guys should probably start to deep dive in. So what you want to do is go to the app launcher, go to the approvals app. Right here, you're going to see a button called Create Flow Approval Process. Let's go ahead and click on this. And then we're going to use a wizard. And you're going to see why we're going to use a wizard. So first and foremost, the label for the approval process. Let's say we want to build a opportunity approval. How many approval levels? Let's say you want up to 3 approval levels. This is also asking you if you want to configure final actions such as rejection or approval action. So we're going to say yes. And this is something that's new also in this Summer 25 release, which is recall paths. So if we go back into the slide, recall paths are new for this Summer 25 release. Now you can define what happens when an approval submission is recalled. You could only do that with standard approval, but now this is coming with flow approval. So I guess everything is already set up in flow approvals. There's nothing missing compared to the standard approval processes. So now we can do recalls. And now you're going to see how this looks like in the flow builder. So yes, we want to add a recall path. And then once it's done, what Salesforce does, it creates a draft flow open in the flow builder. So you're going to see that the recall path was automatically created. So you can automate all the actions that would happen if your user recalls the approval. Also, I mean, you're going to see each level of approval that you ask Salesforce of, for them to actually be set up, which is the first approval stage. If it's approved, then you're going to have the next stage, or the rejected path, which of course you can configure anything that you might want to configure. Then the second stage, third stage, and the final steps, which is the final approval action and the final rejection action. So guys, we're good to go with flow approvals. There's nothing missing comparing from standard approvals. So make sure you check this out. It's going to be a huge improvement for your org, for your clients. So yeah, this is a great improvement coming from the Summer 25 release. And last but not least, we're going to take a look at a group of improvements that make screen flows more powerful and user-friendly than ever. So there's three main enhancements in terms of screen flows. First and foremost is the layout sections, which we're going to take a look now. So let's start by creating a screen flow. Screen element. So let's add whatever input components to this screen. So let's add an address screen, sorry, an address component, date component, email component, and let's say a file upload component. If you're looking to place these components side by side or adjust their alignment, you can just open the style panel, which is new for this Summer 25 release. Adjust the width. Select if you want to align it at the top, at the middle, or at the bottom. We're going to see how this looks like. But basically, what we can do is place all these components side by side. If you want to do that for this date component, just go ahead and click on 3 of 12. You're going to see that the date component was placed right next to the address. Same for the email. Same for the file upload. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, you can just select the vertical alignment. You want it at the bottom, the middle, at the top. There's some kind of a limit. You can set up to 4 components per row, which I think it's a natural and a quite good limit in terms of user interface. But this is great, guys. You know, it gives you the power to have more smooth user interfaces for your clients or for your end users. The next big enhancement is the device previews. So you can instantly test how screens look across desktop, tablets, and mobile views. This is pretty simple, but also pretty powerful. Go back to our screen element. You can instantly switch between desktop, which is the large option. How is this going to look in the desktop? How is this going to look in the phone app, which is the small option? And how is this going to look in the medium, which is an example that Salesforce gives you is a quick action window for the medium preview size. So now you can build with confidence, knowing your UI will adapt smoothly to any screen size. And one of the other enhancements for screen flows is the visual picker. So what is the visual picker? Going back to the large preview size. So the new visual picker component in ScreenFlows, it will let you display options as interactive tiles with icons, giving users a more visual and engaging experience. So to use it, you're going to look for the visual picker component, put it over here. You can configure whether they can select multiple or just one option. For this example, we're going to let them configure multiple options, and then create your choice resource. So it says we want an email choice. We're going to look for the icon. And then you're going to have your visual choice for the email. You can do email, you can do tasks, you can do SMS, WhatsApp, whatever your end user can, action into the Salesforce platform. You can have a visual picker for the screen element. So let's say, an SMS. And that will be it. So you can assign any icon to represent each option visually. That will be it for today, guys. These were just some of the key flow updates in summer 25. There are plenty more improvements, so be sure to check the release notes for the full list of enhancements. And thank you very much.
Great features. Thank you very much, Pablo, by the knowledge. I think it's important to everyone who worked with Flow today, and it's pretty much everyone that works with Salesforce. So just to close, don't forget, guys, to subscribe to our channel and also on LinkedIn. I will leave our contacts in the video's description, so you can add Cloudgaia, Juan Pablo, and me there as well. Okay, see you in the next episode. Thank you, Pablo. Bye-bye.
Thank you.